Hey guys, before watching this video, please subscribe and like. This story is about a child named Annie. She really loves playing games. That day Annie was busy playing games on her phone when her mother approached her.
Annie, could you please watch your sister Sophia for a moment? Your father and I need to step out for a bit.
Okay, Mom. The parents leave, leaving Annie with Sophia, who is sleeping in the family room. Feeling uncomfortable on the sofa, Annie moves to her room and forgets about her mother's request. Some time passes. Annie is still busy with her game, completely oblivious to her sister. The front door opens, and two burglars enter the house. Annie remains engrossed in her game and doesn't notice their arrival. The burglars take valuable items and kidnap Annie's sister, quickly leaving the house. Annie is still absorbed in her game and unaware of what's happening. When Annie's parents return, they panic upon finding Sophia missing from her bed.
Sophia, she's gone!
The atmosphere turns dark and desperate. Annie's parents frantically try to find Sophia, but their efforts are in vain. Several months later, tensions escalate. Annie's parents often argue and blame each other. Annie's father and mother decided to separate, and Annie lived with her father. Their relationship is strained and filled with sadness.
This is all your fault. If only you hadn't been so engrossed in your game, your sister Sophia wouldn't be missing.
Annie feels overwhelmingly guilty about losing her sister and reflects on her careless actions.
If only I had listened to what Mom said and looked after my sister. Forgive me, Sophia. I promise I'll do everything to find you.
Every day after school, Annie spends time studying and searching for her sister Sophia. Every time she sees a child resembling her sister, she stops and carefully checks. She looks for the same birthmarks that her sister had. Annie determined to make changes in her life. She learns from her mistakes and strives to be a better sister. Though her mistakes cannot be undone, she promises to take care of Sophia to the best of her ability if they ever reunite.
Oh, before you go, I want to introduce you to our new maid, Kathy.
Hello, good morning, Annie.
Kathy will help us with the household chores. Please respect her and offer assistance if she needs anything, all right?
Yes, Dad. Good morning, Kathy. Is there anything I can help with?
No need. You'd better go to school instead of bothering me here.
Okay, Kathy. Sorry for bothering.
The next day, Annie has just finished showering and is about to enter her room when suddenly Kathy blocks her way.
What's wrong, Kathy?
Why haven't you cleaned your room? I've told you multiple times.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I'll clean it now.
No wonder your father doesn't care about you. You're useless.
I know Dad doesn't show his affection, but that doesn't mean I deserve to be treated like this.
The other day, Annie walks into the living room and sees Kathy sitting while holding a baby girl.
Excuse me, Kathy. Who is that little girl?
Oh, she's just a baby I've adopted. There's nothing to worry about.
Annie carefully examines the baby girl and notices a birthmark near her eye.
Wait a minute. It can't be. The hair color and the birthmark near the eye, it's exactly like my missing sister.
Annie thinks hard, then leaves the living room and goes into her own room. Annie sits at her study desk, holding a photo of her missing sister.
How can I retrieve Sophia from Kathy? And how can I tell my parents? They'll be shocked, but also relieved. I have to apologize to Sophia, to Mom and Dad.
While Annie looks around her room and searching for a solution. Suddenly,
Aha! That might just work.
the atmosphere in the house felt tense as Kathy returned with Sophia. Annie, sitting in the living room, immediately noticed their arrival. Without saying a word, she approached Kathy with a grim expression.
Hey, you Kathy. What took you so long to come back today? You're the servant, not the master. Have some sense.
Kathy was taken aback by the child's harsh words. However, before she could respond, Annie continued with an even louder voice.
Get out of this house. I don't want to see you here anymore. You've caused enough trouble.
Feeling humiliated and angry, Kathy immediately contacted Annie's father. She accused Annie of creating chaos and refusing to take responsibility for her actions.
Sir, I can't stay here anymore. Your daughter has kicked me out for no apparent reason. She has caused chaos, and I can't handle it alone.
Upon hearing the news, Annie's father rushed home. He found his daughter sitting in the living room.
What's going on here?
Annie immediately pleaded with her father to listen to her explanation.
Dad, please listen to me this time.
Despite being angry, Annie's father gave her a chance to speak.
All right, go ahead, speak.
Annie explained that she intentionally scolded Kathy so that her father could come home, as she had something to show him. Without further ado, Annie went into her room and brought Sophia out.
Dad, I found her. I found Sophia.
Upon hearing Annie's words, Annie's father fell silent. Without them realizing it, the maid had quietly fled from their home. Annie's shocked and disbelieving father immediately took Annie and Sophia to the hospital for a DNA test. After the test results came out, it turned out that the little girl was indeed Sophia, Annie's biological sister. They all cried there.
Forgive me, Sophia. All this time, Dad never managed to find you. Annie, thank you for acting wisely this time. Dad promises to treat you all well.
After that, they went straight to Annie's mother. Their mother cried and hugged her children. Their family reunited, and Annie became cheerful again. Finally, Annie learned an important lesson that every family member must understand: the importance of care and obedience within the family.